Hello, everyone. As promised, last Fridays, I like to make a quick video just to show you how you can create one of the park list and schedule that is specifically related to the interested view only. So whatever you see from here, it pull out the information it put out from the particular view. On last Friday, I struggled a little bit because I just forgot this step, but and then it's come back. So let me just illustrate it to you. So to do that, I'm gonna go to one of the floor, for example, and on this floor, assume that I like to do a schedule for this line only. Okay, so just quickly review. To do that, we need to use a callout and a little more on the callout. The callout it have a rectangular, but however you can also do a little sketchy with it to just drop out the view that you like to call out. So I'm gonna do a sketch instead. So I just quickly draw a line from there to around here to come down, and then I'll go around this corner and go to this side and pull down, and finally go all the way to the end and close it. And after I draw the little sketch around the interested area, I just have to remember to make sure that I do a check mark, and it will create a call out for me. So with the call out create, as you remember, I created from the mechanical plan number 2, second floor. So the call out is gonna be right here. So to turn the call out, let me just rename. I'm gonna call out number 2. Okay. So to make a 3D view out of the call out number 2, I just copy one of the view. So I'm duplicate the view, and now I'm gonna name that to call out 2, right? And as you recall, we right mouse click on the box over here and set the orientation of the view to the floor plan. And as you see that, because you create a call out 2 on uh, the mechanical plan floor number 2, so it's create that for you. So I've oriented my view to that. So just hit the ISO view and you see that right there. So one thing I could do is now I'm going to temporarily hide that element. And when you cut out call out, there's a few things that still hanging around here that where I don't like it to show. So I could also can window on the that portion. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just hide that portion because I'm interested of to show whatever part list and schedule of this system only. So with that in mind, I can apply the view, apply the high and seek to the view too. So that's the only system that I will have. In order to generate a park list or the schedule of of the view, the step you need to do is to turn whatever you like into an assembly. Okay, so how would you able to do that? So what you can do is you select every object on that particular view. And at the moment you select them, if you look up onto the modify and multi selection here, you will have an icon up here is called create an assembly. So if I move them out here, you see that it's called create an assembly. So all you have to do is hit that icon, then it will ask you, okay, what is the name of that assembly? You can name whatever you like, but let's say that because assume that it belong this this area belong to room number 103, 104, whatever. You could just make it up, or maybe I'm gonna call it 100A or whatever. And for the naming category, I'm gonna do it air terminal, or it's see on of the object in there. Right now, I'm just say okay, I'm gonna do with air terminal. When I hit OK, it will turn that into a assembly for me. So let me just hide the box too. So when you select that now, the whole thing is selected. However, what it will do is in your project browser, it automatically create another folder. It's called the assembly. All of these more an advanced feature and just because of the questions, so I have to solve them. So after I create the assembly, this whole assembly now then be stored underneath of that and the name of it right here. The beauty of that is now each assembly, if I like to quickly generate drawing and populate everything of it from this assembly, all I need to do is just highlight the assembly and on the right mouse click, I able to create an assembly view. So it have its own view, it have its own part list and schedule. So let's go to this process. If I hit that create assembly view, it will then ask me for the specific scale. I just choose scale 24, whatever. And what kind of view should I create them here? I deselect some, but however, I like to have the 3D ortho, what you see right here. And along the way, if you pull out a list, you also can uh, ask the system to create all of the part list, the material take up, mechanical equipment schedule, air terminal, dock schedule, and the rest of it as you see. And it could also create a sheet for you if I turn it on and I use your title block right here, or you can swap and change them if you like. But that Friday we create one for the east side. So I chose that and make sure that turn on. So after I verify on of the all you need to do is hit no OK and it will automatically create a view. And if you look into the assembly folder right here, you will see that is the duct system assembly I just create. And before that on the other drawing I show you a assemble of it right here. The beauty of it is when you expand the folder right here, as it's promised, it create the 3D view also for you over here. At the same time, all of the request schedule plus the sheet is ready to go. So if you like to lay the sheet on the view, make sure you turn them on the way you like them, high detail or shade or whatever. And now, all you have to do is to go to the sheet 101 and double click on that. Let me just close out on the window so it's easy for you to see. So sheet 101 here is stored under this location and it's part of the assembly that I just created earlier. So now what you need to do is select the view and drag it over, lay it on the view if you like. If you want to fool around with the orientation of it, and you can just double click on the view and again you can look at from that angle maybe. It look better because you can put the partlet on the side. And now after you deactivate the view, you can just drag it up, put it on the in the middle of the view and drag the bar down and resize the bar a little bit to make room for that assembly. So all good. So now the rest is you just simply pull on the the schedule from here is over. One of them is the best. It's only contain whatever in this view. It's called parkless. If I draw it over, you'll see it's quite long. But anyway, I just pick a point right here. And all you need to do is zoom in and give it some one line, move it out a little bit, give it a little more space, and then it's shortened, and then now you just play it on the view. You could also further uh, do a shorten and filter all kind of stuff that we learned from last Friday. Let me just review that quickly. So I don't want the item. I want to sort them out by category and the family, so that the parklet will be shorter. To do that, you double click on the parklet. It brings you back to the view, similar to what you learned last Friday. I come in here, I can add more view to it if I like to. So this is multi-category. So you can do multiple things from this. One thing we need to do, we just need to sort them out. So from here, we just sort them out by category with it on the first column, and the second one is the family and time. And when you hit OK, so it sort them out. I can also tell them to not itemize and put a grand total in for me. Hit OK, so it's short the that way it's sort them out by air terminal, duct fitting, and so on. Doing that, it automatically update on the system. Further than that, if you want to add some annotation balloon note, on this view, similar, activate the view and go to the annotation, and you first of all you need to lock the view. If you do in 3D, you need to lock the view. So to lock the view, you just go into here, and currently the view is not locked. So if you want to do it 3D, you forced to do that. So I go down here, I save the orientation and lock the view. Okay, so after all of that, all I need to do is go tag them all, tag all every item in here that corresponds to this. So I hit tag them all. So it asks me what to tag. I want to tag the air terminal. I want to tag the duct fitting tag and tag. I also want to tag the flex ducts also, and anything else. And I also have a mechanical equipment in there, the air terminal, the air handling unit. I turn them off. I ignore the rest of the object. And after you verify them, just hit apply and hit OK. So now deactivate the view, and if you zoom in, you see it tag all of that information, and you can just remove them if you need to, and it corresponds to over here. That's for the parklet. And further, you can also add other stuff to it. For example, you want to have the duct fitting schedule, duct schedule, for example, you drag it over to, and the list kind of long, but you just drag them out for, and if you want to show the length of all of the rectangular duct, or you see with the technique it combine the rectangular plus the round duct. So you can further edit the schedule, and from here you can go into the view. You probably want to print in uh, the height of the duct, the width, the width of the duct, and this maybe also the side. Okay, and you could further go out and you can sort them out by family and time, and by the height, the width, and finally the size. And you can just uncheck the itemize if you want to. If you hit OK, so it's sort them out. All of the rectangular duct have the same height and the same width, and how many of them, and so on, and the size. And remember, the round duct, it doesn't have height and width, so it just gives you the size over here. So go back to your drawing, and you see that list is shortened. So now you can lay that. Uh, by the way, all of these, it only the information extract from that, it come from this particular view only. So last Friday we talked about how can we put out the information uh, per view. So this is what happening. So I hope that will help. Whenever you need a little help, further help from this schedule and so on, just give me a shout. Other than that, this is the answer I have for you, and please keep in touch. Thank you. Bye for now.